Ow, we have reached the big 5-0, the 50th episode of Inuyasha.
Dang.
What's the 50th anniversary? Is that the diamond anniversary? No, that's 75. Is 50 the golden anniversary?
How would I know that?
I don't know. I feel like that's just common knowledge. Maybe, I don't know. 50 anniversary. That's all I just typed. 50th. Would you like 50th anniversary? What's the traditional gift for a 50th anniversary? Gold. Welcome to
Gold.
this golden episode of Inuyasha. That just sure is an episode.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Exactly.
No one's going to get that.
If they don't, they should.
It's true.
They should. Yes, hello, welcome to episode 50 of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 2, Episode 23, or Episode 50, entitled That Unforgettable Face.
Exclamation point.
Boop.
Boop. Or bang, if you want to say it that way.
True, yes, I forgot that's actually a thing.
Yeah. But that'd be kind of weird saying that unforgettable face bang.
Takes it in a whole different direction there.
Yeah, it does. Woo!
So we start this episode off with a lengthy recap of the last episode.
It's basically like 5 minutes that recaps like the back half of the last episode, if not more.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's very strange. I was expecting it to be like the cliffhanger part.
Yeah, like I wasn't expecting them to go into like the whole thing, but I guess they're like, I don't know, people might have forgot what happened last week. Shrug shoulders. But yeah, we kick off from the end of last week's episode where what's his face, Kohaku was gonna kill Kagome, and everyone's still having their fights.
Naraku.
Yeah, he had those Naraku thoughts, and it was like, oh man,
Those
now I look real
Naraku
sleepy.
thoughts. They're called Naraku thoughts.
I mean,
You're
it's not wrong.
I just never thought of it as Naraku thoughts before, and I like that phrasing, and we're gonna use it from now on if I remember.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really remember that. So yeah, everyone's fighting. Sango and Kirara are just doing their thing, and they hear a scream. And they're like, "Oh, we should go to this. We should go find this out."
Kirara's just giving the chomp,
Chomp, chomp, chomp, chomp, chomp.
doing some real work there.
Yeah, Kagome's running away, and she's like,
She has
"Oh
an
no,
injury.
my arm got slashed. Oh no." She kept like putting her hand in the dirt, and I kept thinking that she was going to just grab a hand of dirt and just throw it in his eyes and run away.
Pocket sand.
She just didn't. She did not go pocket sand. Sha.
I mean, that's the real sad thing is that she should have pocket sand. I mean, she probably would have done better if she had used the pocket sand technique.
She would have. Like, she needs to learn the secret techniques of one Rusty Shackleford.
It's true. I mean, shouldn't we all though?
I think that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, King of the Hill was airing by the time this show was out, so like, she could have been watching that.
Yeah.
So clearly, she should have learned that, but she didn't. She just kept backing up, and then gets like trapped behind a tree.
Yeah, she's at a log.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get shanked." But Kohaku just sits there. It's like, "I'm not doing it. This is weird." Anyways.
My arm is holding it. Blah.
And then Sango and Kirara show up, and Sango's like, "I knew it!" You're like, huh? What?
Which even the recap showed like she was saying like, "Oh no, he's good boy," and Inuyasha's like, "He's being controlled. This is a trap." So she has no right to come in and be like, "I knew it." No right.
None. So yeah, he runs away, and she's like, "Yo, your arm's bleeding," and Kagome's just like, it's just a flesh wound, don't worry. So she leaves Kirara with Kagome, and then she's gonna run after Sango, or Kohaku, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Except Kagome didn't tell her that, hey, Sango didn't murder me, so.
Kohaku didn't murder me. Also, he was like crying.
Yes. Anyways, we go back to Inuyasha and Moroku, who are just fighting off a bunch of demons and just hanging out.
And Shippo's under the hut.
Yeah, Shippo's just hiding. Just doing his thing. They're just fighting a lot, and Kagura's like, hey, why don't you use your sword? And Inuyasha's like, I can beat you without my sword. So Shippo's like, oh man, he's not using his sword because he doesn't have the strength to use it yet. That's smart. And then Inuyasha looks behind him like, dude, bruh,
Come on.
why? And Shippo's like, oh.
I said that out loud.
So yeah, Kagura's like, oh, okay, well now I know your weakness, so I'm just gonna go blah 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 blah. I'm gonna do my cool attack on you, and you're gonna make you block him with your giant sword.
Big old sword.
They're trying to protect the hut because they're trying to make it so it seems that Kohaku is in the hut.
Yep.
So that's why they're protecting the hut. But eventually fails because a giant centipede just crushes the hut, and then they're like, oh, he wasn't in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Inuyasha gets confused because he's like, wait a minute. Or no, Moroku gets confused because he's like, wait a minute. If they were really after Kohaku, why aren't they leaving us to go find him since they know he's clearly not here anymore?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, interesting. And then I think one of them's like, oh, I think it's Kagome who's the real target. Oh, crap.
Oh, no.
We left them with Kohaku. That's bad.
And Kagura's just like, yeah, she can use the purifying arrows, dummies.
Duh. So Moroku's like, all right, I'm just going to use the wind tunnel. I'm going to suck up all these bees. And I don't care.
Bees?
And then Yasha's like, why are you doing that? You're getting the bees. And Moroku's like, whatever.
Whatevs.
So Inuyasha leaves to go find everyone else. And Kagura's about to run after him. And Moroku's like, I'll turn my body 90 degrees and suck you up too. You better not move. And Kagura's just like, all right, yeah, no, I don't want to have anything to do with this. So I'm just going to get on my feather and get out of here.
Use the same animation that I always use when I leave.
Yep. And then Shippo's like, are you dying, son?
Moroku, are you dying?
Moroku's like, no, I'm okay. We gotta go.
I mean, he's a little under the weather. He's got like the black lines under his eyes.
Yeah, but he's not dying.
Are you dying?
Are you dying, son?
It was such a good line.
It really was. We go back to sibling dispute where Sango is trying to fight off Kohaku and she pulls out a sword that she clearly uses all the time.
All the time.
And gets very shocked when it gets taken.
And she just keeps repeating like, I'm going to kill you and then I'm going to kill myself. It's like, Jesus.
She finally is about to do it and then Inuyasha runs in and is like, no, that's dumb. What are you doing? Because he ran into Kagome at first and she's like, hey, this is what really happened and I didn't get to tell her, so you should probably go find them and make sure nothing bad happens. And he's like, all right, I'm going. So he gets there in the nick of time and he's like, hey, don't kill him and kill yourself because you realize that Naraku is the only person who's going to be happy about that. And she's like, oh.
Also at one point, Inuyasha also says, I knew it. And I was like, see, he gets to say it because he knew this was a problem. Anyway.
He did.
Yeah, she's like, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Kohaku runs away again. Inuyasha goes in pursuit, but Kagura shows up as well and is like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, this kid here, he doesn't want his memories back. That's why he doesn't remember anything. Anyways, that's why all this is happening. That's why Naraku has his mind, because he's very easy to manipulate if he has no mind.
Mm-hmm.
And Yasha's like, you gotta remember your stuff. And Sango's like, no.
No.
I don't want him to remember that stuff.
It was bad.
It was bad, yes. And then the baddies get away. So that's why.
Rip.
And then we see Naraku on his weird hangout spot, and he's like, you failed me, Kohaku. You're a dummy. Is this what you want? And Kohaku's like, how about some memories? And Kohaku's like, no.
No,
and Naraku's like,
sucks.
how about no memories? So Kohaku has no memories again, and then he's like, I can't forget that lady's face.
I love that
Weird.
Naraku's just like chilling on some dang rocks in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, he's previously had sweet castles, and now he's just like, here are my rocks.
Like, that's supposed to be real comfy or something.
Right? Like,
like,
why are you
dude.
just chilling on the rocks?
Dude. Get a better hangout spot.
For real. Jeez, dude.
But yeah, that's how our episode ends.
Yep. So goodbye for now, Kohaku.
We'll
You're
see you in like 20, 30 episodes.
brainwashed once
I don't know.
again.
I feel like that's how usually when people disappear, they disappear for like 20 episodes and then they show back up and they're like, hey, how's it going? I'm back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, he pops up occasionally.
Right.
Okay, so we saw him in episode 50. So we won't see him again for real until episode 80.
Okay, 20 to 30 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
We'll have some flashbacks of him, but like
Right, yeah.
him in the flesh. We won't get him back until 80.
We won't see his flesh suit until episode 80.
Oh God. Oh no.
But that's that. That's now. We won't have that episode until next year.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while.
Be a long time from now. There are no notes and differences this week, but for some reason, this wiki has just all of the music that was in this particular episode, which like that's cool and all,
cool.
but like that doesn't help us in the slightest.
But it's also like notated of like this is what's happened. This is the music that's happening like during this scene. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. But
Here's the title. Here's what album is off of. It's like, all right.
I mean, good for whoever did this, but unexpected.
It's true.
Totally
next
unexpected.
time, we will be discussing season 2, episode 24, episode 51, entitled Inuyasha Soul Devoured, because they're gonna run into a moth demon. It's Mothman.
Mothman.
And Sesshomaru is gonna show up again.
You know, occasionally he has to pop in and be like, "Hey, what up?
Hey, I'm doing things.
I exist. How are you?
All right,
you wanna
later.
Die today? Okay, you don't want to die. All right, well,
More
sorry.
Sesshomaru.
Yeah, we'll have him for the next 2 episodes.
There you go. So we'll see all of that stuff that happens next time.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cools, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time as Inuyasha's entire soul gets devoured, and that's the end of the series.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to happen entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.